Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and I promised you this Sunday video, and here we are. The head is dying down pretty quickly, so I gotta dial that in a little bit, play with the carbonation a little bit. Like I said, we were carbon for like 24 hours. I had a couple taste tests last night, and it's really good. So serving pressure, I'm keeping it between 2 and 4. So maybe a little bit higher would give it more of a head, but whatever. There's the color. As you can see, you got some orange hues in there. Probably looks darker on camera, but from the angle here, it's very, has that reddish orangey color. And this is one of my favorite beers to brew, once a year for the holidays, Halloween and into November. So it's a really good brew. I mean, right off the bat, very effervescence. You're smelling the pumpkin, you're smelling the cinnamon and spices. It's just perfect, I mean, I know a lot of guys, besides just adding the spices to the boil, you can add more spice, after fermentation, because a lot of it sometimes does burn off, but I've never had an issue. Like I said, I could smell that little bit of homemade pumpkin spice, pie spice, basically, or pumpkin spice that I make. And it's really, really good. All right, let's give it a taste. Official taste 2024. Ah, it's so good. You got that caramely sweetness on the initial taste in your mouth. You got the cinnamon and spices, like I said. I mean, the pumpkin flavor, everything is just it works well, this brew. And there's a roasty aftertaste, I guess, from that little chocolate malt and the Victory, I think, that I put in there. There's that little biscuity type of thing going on, roasty, biscuity, cracker thing, I guess, cookie thing. It's really good. I remember one year it was very, I don't know what happened. We added too much crystal or something, and it just made it too sticky. If you homebrew, you know what I'm talking about, that sticky taste, caramely sweetness. It was overpowering to where the brew, it just didn't work. It just was like you could only drink one, and you were like one and done, pretty much. So, but you see the lacing going on there. Overly, it's just a great A+ brew. And burping. So when you burp, you get the flavor of the Fuggles or the Willamette, whatever the hell I put in there. I think it was Willamette. Yeah. And you taste that earthy, grassy hop taste when you burp. So it's a win, guys. Cheers. 17, homebrew up, and whatever you guys are doing. Finally chilled out here, but come this Thursday, it's going back up to like 75, 80 degrees, so it'll be pretty warm for trick-or-treating, which is okay. I mean, last year it poured and was raining, so we were walking around in rain, so it'll be, at least with the kids wearing their costumes, you know how it is, because it's either it's raining, you're covering up, the kids want to go trick-or-treating, and it's always either too cold at night or raining or whatever, and then and it's like you spend all this money on costumes, and like you're covering up with a jacket, the kids are covering up with jackets, or you don't let them wear a jacket, then they wind up getting a cold or something from being out so long in the cold weather. But whatever, it is what it is. But that's Halloween for you, I guess. But traditionally I try to do like a Halloween fire, but it's so hard with Halloween falling on a weeknight, because we got to get up early the next day to go right back to school and work and things like that. So it's like I try to do my traditions, take the kids trick-or-treating, and then come back and have like a little Halloween bonfire. But we're like at a stage 3, like fire ban here in South Jersey and probably most of the state. I mean, it hasn't rained in over a month. I think it's been like the hottest it's ever been, or driest it's ever been since like the 1800s. Like really, it has not rained. So everything out back here is completely dry. So it's like if I do a fire, it has to be really controlled, low flame, because the risk is just, you know, you start a fire and it gets out of hand, you're going to jail. You know, with the ban and everything. So it's not worth it. But the holiday brew is here, just in time for Halloween. So we made it. It's all good. So I don't know what else up is next on the brew front. We shall see. I'm looking at my plate, looking at the recipes and stuff like that, and I'm thinking to either do an English ale, either a bitter, Yorkshire bitter, as close as I can come to it anyway, or I've never brewed this one before, but I can't get it here in the States, or at least in my neck of the woods. It's a Hobgoblins, you know, the Witcher's Brewery Company or whatever, the Hobgoblin Ale. I've always wanted to try one, but obviously I can't, so the best thing I could do is brew one, so I'm thinking that might be next on deck. But I mean, I don't know what the difference is between that and a bitter. They're probably similar. I want to compare the recipes and see what's the difference between a Hobgoblin Ale, the regular ale, and a bitter, and see. But yeah, the recipe is pretty much an all grain recipe that I found in an article or somewhere online. But I'm going to tweak it to my setup, partial extract. So. Yeah, it's really beautiful beer. Excellent. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. So until we do it again, my friends, remember, let's set sail.